the 8 a.m. podcast, presented by Train the Teacher.
Hey everyone, and welcome. So let's talk about something. That frustrating little voice in your head that translates everything before you speak English? Yeah, that one. If you're ready to finally quiet that voice and start sounding more natural and fluent, well, you've come to the right place. Let's dive right in.
So, does this sound familiar to you? You've got something you want to say. The thought is perfectly clear in your native language. But then there's this pause, this mental gymnastics of shuffling through words, translating them, and then finally you speak. You're not alone. This is a super common hurdle, and honestly, it's probably the single biggest thing holding you back from real fluency. Okay, so this really breaks it down. Look at the process here. On the left, you have the thought in Hindi, aaj bahut garmi hai. Then comes that mental translation step, which spits out something like, today is very hot. But see, a native speaker's brain, it just skips that whole middle part. They feel the heat, and the thought is just, it's hot today. It's direct. That little delay, that extra step, that's what we call the translation trap, and it's why conversations can sometimes feel so clunky and slow.
Yeah, the translation trap, it's a perfect name for it, right? So many of us get caught in it. But here's the really good news. You can absolutely get out of it, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to walk you through a practical, step-by-step plan to break free and finally start thinking directly in English.
All right, first things first, and this might surprise you. This isn't about practicing your speaking. Not yet. It's about changing what's happening up here, in your head, before a single word comes out. We've got to literally retrain our brains to find a new, more direct path to English. And it all kicks off with two pretty simple mental shifts. Step one is just awareness. That's it. Just start noticing when you're doing it, when you're translating. No need to get frustrated. Just notice it. Now, step two, this one is a total game changer. Instead of thinking in words from your language, I want you to try thinking in pictures.
Here's exactly what I mean. Let's say it's raining. Instead of finding the words for it's raining in your native tongue, just stop and picture it. Actually see the rainy street in your mind, the water splashing. Get that image clear. And then, from that picture, let your brain connect directly to the English phrase, it's raining heavily outside. See what just happened? You completely leapfrogged over your native language.
Okay, so we've got the mindset down. Now it's time to put it into practice. Think of this next part as your daily English workout. These are super simple exercises you can weave right into your normal day to start building that new mental muscle.
So here's your action plan, and we're going to start small, okay? As you're just sitting in your room, look around and mentally label things in English. Chair, window, laptop. Simple. Then try narrating what you're doing in your head, like, I am drinking water, or I am opening the door. You're connecting the action directly to the English words. The whole idea is to replace those tiny everyday thoughts first. And from there, you can build up to setting aside a dedicated English-only block of time. And look, you don't need to carve out hours and hours for this. Seriously, just start with 15 minutes. That's it. 15 focused minutes a day where you promise yourself you'll only think in English. It's such a small investment of time, but trust me, the payoff for your fluency is going to be huge.
Okay, now for a quick reality check. This is definitely a long game, right? Building a whole new mental habit, it's not going to happen overnight. But the goal here, the big prize, is to make thinking in English feel just as automatic, just as natural as it does in your own language.
And this is what we're aiming for, a straight line, from the feeling, like your stomach rumbling, directly to the English thought, I am hungry. No middleman, no translation step. You feel hungry, you think I am hungry. You see rain, you think it's raining heavily. It's instant.
And please remember, this is not about cramming for a test or doing some huge epic study session. It's all about those small, daily, consistent efforts. Every single time you mentally label a cup or think to yourself, I'm walking, you are literally carving a new, faster pathway in your brain. It's pretty cool when you think about it like that. And that really brings us to maybe the most important advice of all. Please be patient with yourself. You're going to have days where you forget or where it just feels really hard, and that is totally okay. The key is just to be consistent. Keep coming back to it. Every little bit counts, and I promise, over time, it's going to become second nature.
So, let's not wait. Let's put this into action. Like right now. As soon as we're done here, what's the very first thought you're going to have directly in English? Maybe it's as simple as, that was interesting, or I'm going to get some coffee now. Whatever it is, make it your first direct English thought. Go on, start now.